Hi, this is Robert with Cruzbike, and today we're going to go over the adjustment of the Perez clamp, invented by the infamous Jason Perez, a racer of the V20, and definitely look him up on the forum if you have not read about his accomplishments. It's quite incredible. But he helped devise a better way for us to adjust the headrest tubes on the Cruzbike, and it is simply a device that pulls up against the tubes of the headrest through the frame, and they are adjusted through the 3mm Allen head bolts through the seat. This applies to the V20 and also the V20C with the stock seat and older models of the Vendetta and the S30. So to adjust the Perez clamp, we're simply going to dial these 3mm Allens out, not all the way, but until the heads come out a little bit. Now it's completely loose, so the Perez clamp is completely loose in the frame. Once we have that done, this headrest tube will pull right out of the frame with little effort. Now, depending on how far your headrest is inserted into the frame, it might take a little bit of pressure to pull out, but it just slides in and out. So that's how this is adjusted. Now, if we take a look inside the frame, you don't really see a whole lot because the Perez clamp is recessed all the way down into the frame, but you can feel it in there. And if we take a look of what's inside the frame, we can see it. If I pull up on the bolt, I can see the edge of the Perez clamp. That's the surface that wedges itself up against the tubes of the headrest. So here we can see it. When it's pulled up, it's wedging against the tubes, and when it's loosened, it relaxes into the frame so you can adjust your headrest. If you don't use your headrest, in the case you ride an S40, you simply tighten the Perez clamp bolts all the way down until they're just a little bit snug, and that will pull the Perez clamp all the way up into the frame so it won't rattle on you. There's no need to remove it if you don't use the headrest, you just tighten it. So now when our Perez clamp is adjusted all the way down, we can wiggle our headrest tubes back into the frame. Allows us to adjust the headrest up and down to our desired setting. Then we simply tighten those 3mm bolts to pull the Perez clamp up against the headrest tubes and tighten the headrest. Okay, once we have our desired headrest height, we can tighten the Perez clamps. We're just going to dial these in to a position that we like, and we're just going to get them till we just feel the Perez clamp start to tighten up against the headrest clamp so they won't move. And we'll dial the other bolt in. Now there's no way you'd have to take this bolt all the way out for the Perez clamp to disappear into the frame, so don't worry about that. Now we just got a little bit of snug, and we're just going to make these things a little tight. Tighten down the top one, then the lower one. Now watch, just a little bit of a turn, 1/16 to a quarter, just like that. That's as tight as that needs to be. So it's just going to hold that headrest right in place without being too tight, and then replace our pad, and we're ready to ride. That's it for the Perez clamp. If you have questions, please contact us at support@cruzbike.com. Thanks.